What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Stock Holiday, right back at you again with the latest and the greatest in these cryptocurrency markets. Do me a quick favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Now let's get into it. I cannot trust the cryptocurrency market. I'm looking at the market today. The market is starting to pump, but I just can't trust what I'm seeing. Looking at the optics, I'm looking at my portfolio. I say, okay, this is looking good. The buys that I was buying when the market was low, when it hit $61,000, everything is in green, is in great profits, but I just cannot trust the optics exactly what it is that I'm seeing. You take a look at the cryptocurrency price of Bitcoin today, 89. What we at? $69,000. We are still fairly low, but at the same time, we're not as low as we were a few weeks ago. $60,000 things seems to be starting to build back up. We're up 3% today. The fear and greed index is at 58.59%, almost 59%. Is it dipping? Is it going up? Is just continuing to swing sideways. But one of the main indicators that I like to pay attention to is the fear and greed index. The fear and greed index is at 8. So I've always liked to buy when I see the fear and greed index at 8. So I'm looking at the price, Bitcoin $69,000, $70,000. I'm saying, well, is it going to dip below $60,000, the price that we saw a few weeks ago? But I'm looking at the fear and greed index. The fear and greed index is telling me, trust this price. You better get some skin in the game right now because it's extreme fear, super extreme fear. So those are the two different dynamics that I'm looking at: $69,000, $70,000 Bitcoin, fear and greed index of 8. Where do you think the price of Bitcoin will be when the fear and greed index gets to 18, 22, 25? So these are some of the calculations that are running through my mind as I'm looking at the various movements in the market. Take a look at Old Man Ether. Old Man Ether is back above $2,000, $2,040. Ethereum dominance, 10.47%. Holding strong, holding steady. Solana, $83. It is very low, but it's not as low as it was when it was $70. So can I trust the movements that I'm seeing right now, or is this just what they call it, a dead cat bounce? Is this just a fake out? Like they say, a lot of people, when they see the markets going up, they don't mind buying. Like today, people would not mind buying today, taking some of their dry powder and buying while they're seeing the green. I have never liked to buy in the green. I like to buy the red days, even in the stock market. When I'm over there looking at my stock market portfolio, if I see Dow Jones or if I see the market down 500, 600, 700 points, let me go ahead and dig in, because typically the day after, that's when you see a reverse. That's when you see it green. Especially during this volatile time in the economy, in the market, swing traders are having it their way. One day you're red, let me go ahead and buy it up. A couple of days later it's green, let me take profits. I'm swing trading. I'm not holding on this doggone thing for a very long time. So there's a few different angles that you can play the market that we're in right now. Like I say, you can make market in a bear market, and you can make money in a bear market and a bull market. You have to be strategic as you move along in this market, especially because we know it's so volatile, especially with the economy. Job layoffs right now are massive. Every article I'm reading, Google's laying off, Amazon's laying off, Tesla's laying off. I'm talking about large tech companies laying off. Corporations are choosing profits over people in politics right now. Things are getting real tight. I'm taking a look at foreclosure listings. Foreclosures are ramping up. Things are getting tight. Taking a look at the possibilities of a announced recession is also on the table. We talked about being in a recession, but not an announced, confirmed recession. Imagine if that's announced. Imagine if that gets confirmed. We could be in for a ride. So can I trust what I'm seeing right now? With the market showing a little bit of a green, with the market showing a little bit of a bounce? Or is this just a setup for me to go ahead and buy in and then get everything crashed back down on me in a few days. Damn, why did I buy so high? Why did I buy in on that day when it was green, and then 1, 2 days later, redness come trickling down? I'm starting to see L's and losses all through my portfolio. I knew I should have sold that day it was green. It's some of the things that you will be telling yourself because I go through it. I went through it. Having to get excited and buy on the green days, thinking it's going to continue to be green every day just because it's green today. Can I trust what I'm seeing right now? Is the question that you have to ask yourself because things are moving very fast. Stock market's doing good. We're talking about all-time highs. I'm talking about all-time highs, and the stock market is surprising to say the least because we just talked about the economy. We just talked about job layoffs. These corporations are laying people off. But you take a look at their earning reports, they're making money. Is this a direct reflection of AI? Is AI causing these layoffs versus profits? Versus, because we're looking at their earning reports, they're making money. Why are they still having massive layoffs? What are they doing? Are they downsizing or are they just right sizing? They're getting their labor down to a right size. Now that they have the influx from artificial intelligence, AI came in, the AI apps came in, the human labor taught and trained the artificial intelligent apps. Once the upper management saw that it was working, okay, I appreciate you working with me for 5 years, training the app on how to take over your job. Your job is now eliminated. I no longer need you because you have now trained Mr. or Mrs. AI. Train somebody to take your job. But we didn't know that that was going on. We just thought that we were getting new technology to help us make our job that much easier. So that is what I believe that we're experiencing right now. This is just a interface, direct reflection of artificial intelligence taking over the human labor force like we have been talking about for years and years and years. So stock market's all-time high right now, but the people are not doing is not a reflection of the stock market being at an all-time high. You may hear the president say, "Oh, well, the stock market is doing the best. The economy is doing great." That's the large corporation. They're doing the best. They're doing great, but the people, the labor force, are not doing so well. Unemployment rates, it's tough right now. Talked to a person yesterday. They said that they were looking for a doggone job, applying here, applying there, not having any luck. Putting in so many applications, not getting any phone calls back. The phone calls I am getting back, if I accept these jobs, it is not going to be enough to sustain their lifestyle. So people are really having to make adjustments right now. The economy is getting tight. So if you take a look at cryptocurrency, you say, hold up, the economy tight, massive layoffs. Where will this money come from to funnel and fuel the cryptocurrency market? Where will the liquidity come from to stabilize and increase to where we can see a cryptocurrency pump? Well, we still know that they still got the stimulus on the table. That's still a possibility. If that happens, that will be a direct influx spike into the economy, which will help cryptocurrency. We know we got the Clarity Act. Positive news will also help the crypto currency market, but the image of crypto have to be improved. The faith, the confidence in cryptocurrency have to be improved. People are fed up with altcoins. People don't mind Bitcoin. They believe in Bitcoin. They kind of trust Bitcoin. But altcoins, people are fed up with altcoins. And people are not very diverse in altcoins right now, which is different from how it was the previous cycles. I'm hearing people say, "Coach, I'm in tile bitten sore. That's all I'm in." Then I hear another brother say, "I'm in ICP. That's all I'm in." I'm not playing with all these other altcoins. So people have really minimized their exposure to multiple different altcoins. I'm at XRP, that's all I'm in. And then a lot of people say, you know what, coach, I'm just hanging in Bitcoin. I'm not going to play with any of these other trashy altcoins. So this is a different dynamic. This cycle, this moment of the cryptocurrency market that we're in is very different. We haven't seen anything like this before because previously we've seen people confident in the overall cryptocurrency market, especially as far as its recovery. That's why our portfolios were fairly diverse, fairly spread out. Meme coins, small cap coins, large cap coins. I mean, but the times, those days are maybe long gone. If we can see a recovery, yesterday we saw a couple of coins pump. I think Mudang might have been one of them. Then it came back down. So what I'm expecting to see, I'm expecting to see some pumps periodically, but then people are going to be quick to sell. People are going to be quick to take profits. The price going to go up. It's going to have a little pump, then it's going to come right back down. It is definitely going to be an interesting 2026 to see if we can see some multipliers. But like I say, this is a long game. Not worried about 2026 for the most part. I just want to see how 2026 play out because this is going to be great information as I move forward in the cryptocurrency market for the next few years, 2027, 2028, the next Bitcoin halving. 2026 will tell us a lot. So that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the data, just like we saw 2025. 2025 told us a whole bunch. Now we have that information. Now 2026, we need you to reveal yourself. Tell us what it is that we need to know that can help us move forward and strategize to the further years. Because all we have to do is get it right once. We get it right once, whether it's 2028, 2029, 2027, whatever. And we good. You know, we still holding various plays. We still have great positions. We're still dollar cost averaging in. I was looking at Compound. I was looking at my portfolio on Robinhood. Compound down to maybe $18, $17. I said, what? I'm talking about all-time lows. Is it going down to zero? Who knows? But right now it is very low. And there are a lot of coins that are in that same boat to where they're at all-time lows. Could they go to zero? That is a possibility. But at the same time, they're very low. If we do see a recovery, you will make multiples and multiples and multiples like we have seen done before. So very interesting to see how things play out. Interesting to see how this pump will play out as we position ourselves into another weekend. We know the weekends have been very tough on cryptocurrency. We have been seeing dips. We have been seeing red days over the weekend. Will this be different? The month of February, will it be a red day? What did we start out? $76,000 the month of February. We're already red. About halfway through the month, it's going to be a short month, February. So we're going to see how the month push through. But 2026 is going to fly by. Just like 2025 went by very quick, 2026 is going to go by very quick. You want to have your plan. You want to have things positioned, and you want to be ready. Because when those trigger points hit, you want to be in position, whether it's having dry powder, whether it's knowing your price targets, entry points, exit points, so forth and so on. You want to make sure that you're ready. So come on over there, join us in a Patreon. We would love to see you over there. But like I say, this video is not financial advice. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell any crypto. This video is strictly for educational and entertainment purposes only. Before investing into anything, please consult with a professional financial advisor. And that's all I got for you on this one. It's your boy, Stock Holiday, and I'm out.